I've been very busy of late, and I have done as much as I can towards making this house a secure home. Now the time comes to fill the house with needed things, and reflect on some of the new magics and devices I have encountered here. Today, I discovered the lack of some resources in this world was holding me back, so I set to work building a better infrastructure inside my home. Power will be needed in many rooms, and the simple steam power I have right now will not be sustained. So I've set myself on a path to advance my power generation by turning the sun's light into energy. Now then, and welcome back to another episode of A Druid's Tale. Back in the Horizons 3 mod pack. It's been a while. It's been a long while. Not gonna lie, am I? I'm not gonna lie. We were here together, clearing this out just after Christmas with a little New Year update. And as you can see, I did the finishing touches that I said I was going to do. Just put some bits and pieces around, just finished them off. Finished this little area off a little bit. Did some little crafting of some chisel and bit stuff over here. All cool. And linked it all up to downstairs. And all that kind of stuff, yeah. Made it all nice down here for the basement area of the house, which is good. I also made this little room off here, which is underneath the farms. And it shows me where the item pumps are for the farms in case I need to do any maintenance work or anything up to the farm there. And there may be some kind of automated farms around here at some point. But I did just want to kind of square it all off from the outside view. Square it all off so it was all squared. That's the idea. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do next though, because I didn't want to just be building and building and building and building. I wanted something to put in buildings. So I've been doing lots of this, setting the area out, and I've been doing lots of this building. And you know now that I've started my new series, the Cobblenauts, on that server, and I've been doing lots of building on there over the first week as well. So I've just been doing loads and loads of building work. Loads and loads of building work. And I am happy enough with this as it goes right now to go, right, let's start filling some of this space. We've made a nice field, and it's well lit and secured, with all the buildings have got proper edges, all the walls and everything secured. So if I need anything outdoorsy, farms, I've got some space for farms. I've already got this farm section here for all my immediate needs, or my little bit of things that I need, are all in here. I've got a good upstairs area. I've got a rooftop terrace, well, a terrace. I've got another first level where there's lots of rooms and lots of bits and pieces going on inside here for food and banquets and all that kind of stuff. And then I've got my basement, which has got loads of things in it. And also way down there I've got my mine shaft and branch mine. So I'm all set with what I need to carve out and build structure wise. So I need to start filling it. This big empty space and the big empty spaces elsewhere need to be filled, right? So I was looking into embers, because that looks vaguely magical. Vaguely magical. I found a few bits and pieces around the place where I killed one of these ancient golems from embers. And I also found one of these ancient strongholds of embers and ripped it all to shreds and brought it home with me. Unfortunately, we need a lot of clay for embers, as I found out. So I'm not going to be able to do anything to that. The other thing, right, well, on the subject of making lots of clay, I'm going to be doing something with that this episode. But also, I was looking into another mod. I was looking into Astral Sorcery. The Astral Sorcery tome of things. You're supposed to need it to be nighttime. So I set myself up here. I put a little setup in this room, and I was going to be setting up on this balcony some kind of Astral Sorcery stuff. Astral Sorcery tech, or whatever. Like looking up at the night sky and going, oh cool, this is a cool magic mod. But to start that, you kind of need some crystal thing. So I went and explored a lot more of the map. As you can see, I've been all up and around, and I've explored and explored. Now I can fly. I've been doing a good round tour of the map, and I've not been able to find any of the spawning structures that I'm supposed to get. I found plenty of spawning structures underground while I've been digging around, but I haven't found any spawning structures on the surface where the crystals are supposed to lie. And that's probably because of the biome types here. We're all gravel beach. The whole world is basically generated as a gravel beach with the city in it. It's a waterless city and that's the settings that I put on it. So everywhere's gravel beach and city spawns in the gravel beaches, and I don't think the astral sorcery places, temples and stuff, will spawn in the biomes. So that was a no. So I'm just going to have to leave that here until I do find one somewhere, because I know there's other biome types out there. I've been in them. I've seen them. There are like volcanoes and stuff here and there, which may have these shrines, and I've seen the shrines else in other setups when I was testing all the different map types. I've seen them. So that is a thing. It is possible, right? So I can't do the embers and I can't do the astral sorcery, but I can do some astral sorcery after I've got some power. I can do some embers after I've got some power, because I need to make clay. Right, I'm just open this chest because, well, you can see why. Clay. I need to do some clay. There is my method of doing clay, which is a thermal expansion, slag mill, just add dirt, automatically water, make clay. I can make infinite clay using slag mills, no, slag and the mills and all that kind of stuff. The slag is just from induction smelter. I've done this a few times in a few series, and that's easy enough to obtain down here. Plonk. It's running mostly already, but it's just got this here. It doesn't have the next bit onto it. So I need to take, well, I've got 150 in there. I need to set up some more power supply for here to be able to power all of these kind of things. And I didn't really want to do another like coal one, because the coal one in this corner, let's see if we can get around the back here. The coal one in this corner kind of runs out. The steam dynamo thing runs out. It means I've got to go mining coal over and over again to put it in the system so this happens. So in a way, the coal steam dynamo method is okay for this system, because when I come back from mining, I put coal in the system and ores in the system. The coal gets used to smelt the to grind the ores, to smelt the ores, and I get ingots out the system. So that's okay down here for that method. But this clay manufacturing has ground to a halt because I've got no power over here, and I need to keep stoking the fires, as it were. So I want a regular power supply coming down here. And I've thought about what things I could do as permanent power sources, and I've been looking around at what I can use in my base, like what things would look cool around the place. And I've decided to go all economical and ergonomical and all that kind of environmentally friendly stuff, and have solar panels on my rooftop. So today we're going to make some solar panels. But long and short of it, end of the subject there. I'm going to make some solar panels, and I think I'm going to work up here. As I set this little station up for working out here in this area, I may as well use it to work out here as well. So we're going to use environmental tech solar panels. Solar panels. Can I do a solar panel in there? It does it automatically in here. There's only so many solar panel types, okay? And we've got the solar array from environmental tech, which is the one I'm going to be using, I think. Then there's also some like different solar cells that you can do on different things as well. It's different like litherite solar panels, yeah? And then that's pretty much it. There's only one type of solar panel in the pack. At least that's what this is showing me here. Only one kind of solar panel. So I've got to work on these. Now, the level 1 solar array, tier 1, requires some lapis, which we've got, any solar cell, and this litherite stuff. And this litherite stuff is a block of litherite, which is these litherite crystals. And I'm like, I've not encountered these litherite crystals. Where are these from? Well, it turns out that it's green dye, lime dye, flint, and diamonds. Makes 4 of these crystals, which is kind of handy, isn't it? As I've got over 820 flint from digging so far. I've got 23 diamonds, which is good, and I can probably go and get some more quickly enough. And what was the green dye? Oh, look, green dye, missing green dye. So what am I going to do to get green dye? Well, I had a cactus farm from the very beginning. So all I need to do is just go and harvest my cactus. smelt it down a little bit, and we should be able to get the green dye for that. And I've also got myself a little bone farm, haven't I? Over at the mob farm area, so I should be able to make some lime green, and I should be able to make at least one solar panel in order to begin doing some kind of power supply, and then I've just got to funnel that power supply all the way down to the basement. So is that really the most efficient method? I think it's going to have to be, because that's the method I've chosen to do today's episode. I wanted to get the solar panels sorted. I want to supply power from the top all the way down through into the basement and everything from the solar panels. So we're going to need a lot of solar panel, right? So let's get it sorted. Okay, a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and we end up being able to make ourselves an assembler. Now, the solar array stuff, these panels, I need 4 tiles, which is 4 lots of 9 of these crystals. So I'm slowly but surely working my way through it, right? But this assembler tool allows me to ask the block what it needs to fulfill its destiny. And I'm guessing that these are the first solar panels on the list, right? So I would prefer not to have to keep using diamonds for these and all the green stuff that I've got. I'm going to have to do a lot more mining for diamonds at that rate. So, is there another one? Erodium. Erodium is what? It's something that comes from the ore miner, so I can't go to the tier 2. What's this? Cryonite. Cryonite looks like it only comes from the void miner as well. And this palladium only comes from the void miner as well. So, literally got nothing but the void miner stuff to increase my tiers. My tiers. So I'm going to have to do it this way around. I'm going to have to make these off diamonds and flint and the different dye types, and keep on working at it like that until we get something started. Let's go with that. And 19. Okay, so there's that much. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then the first one of these is the solar array. Now, I need 3 more of those, which I think I've got because I only used 1 up of those. And these proto things. What's this interconnect? An interconnect. Looks interesting. Black concrete and connectors. Okay. The connectors look fine. We've got 4 of those. Okay. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. Let's go with 3 of those as well. 1, 2, 3 of those. And then we are nearly right. It's just this interconnect black concrete. Black concrete requires water and this black concrete powder. I don't know if I've got what it takes to do black concrete powder. I need black dye. I don't have any ink and I don't have any black dye. Oh, I do have a black dye. Maybe that'll work. Silent gems, black concrete. Yes, it does. Okay. And to make the concrete, that's the latest Minecraft issue thing. We just put that down next to a water source, of which I've got a large water source here. So I can put it in. There we go. And that turns the seemingly powder, the black concrete powder, into black concrete. As soon as it touches the water, turns it into concrete. Okay, so now we've got the interconnect, and now we can make the thing. The first one is that one. We should be able to make that now. Yep. So we can make that solar panel for it. And then it was just a case of getting rid of that and putting the solar panel in the middle of the lapis. Yes. And we end up with the solar array. Awesome. Now, put this on the roof. And it'll tell me exactly what we need for it. Now, this will need to go down a block, but for right now I'm just going to put it on the top of, so we've got access to it. Easier. And then we're going to hit it with the assembler to find out what it needs. It's going to shift click. Wait, right click. There we go, left click. So the required blocks. 4 null modifiers, 16 structure frame tier 1, and 9 solar cell of any type. Okay, so I'm going to have to do 9 more solar cells, which is going to take a little while, and that many structure blocks. Okay, Doing it in the storage request table, broke it. Didn't like shift clicking the recipe of the null modifier and interconnect into that. So we get 4 of these this way. And now I've got a special recipe book change. Awesome. So we got 4 of them. It also wanted me to do structure cells. So let's have a look at the structure cells. And tier 1 structure frames or structure panels. It wants a structure frame. So structure frame, each one of these is costing me 2 crystals, which is half a diamond, and an interconnect, and a lapis on that, for each one of these frames. And I need 16 of those. So that's going to be 16. Oh, that's 8 more diamonds. Good job, I've got a mine. Apparently you can also pulverize horse armor. So I'll have some of that while I'm at it as well. Yeah. And much grind later, we should have enough to do 9 of these solar panels. Please. 9 solar panels, yes. So it wanted me to get 4 null modifiers. It wanted me to get 16 structure frames and 9 litherite solar cells in order to make the first. I've got 1 of those things left over. Everything needed these litherite crystals, and litherite crystal needed diamond, and the diamonds were struggling up, and this recipe was crashing the console, and all of my days, it's been quite a time. I had to make this many times with black concrete and all that. It wasn't too bad really, was it? Wasn't that bad. These not that bad either. So it's only really those that was a pain, and that was just cooking some cooking some cactus with my infinite blaze rods. So it wasn't too bad, I suppose. But now we've got it, let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to build it right here. Now, this assembler has a very special and cool thing that you can just right-click on it, and it places the blocks for you. Right-click on it, places the blocks for you. Right-click on it, places the blocks for you. So you get to see exactly how big it is by right-clicking it, and it should be done. There we go. So it's generated 4 null blocks on the outsides, and it's generated the 16 structure blocks around a frame, and it's generated the 9 cells there. And we can see from looking at it that it is powering up. It's got 115,000 RF stored away in there at the minute, by the looks of it. It's generating 549 per tick. That's going to be plenty. I just need to start digging that into my ceiling and kind of figure out how I'm going to do the power supply. I suppose we could work on this situation that we had before, where I was looking into these before and going around trying to figure out where this all went. We could have this kind of like a level here and just get rid of all of this off this level and just put a ceiling in just under this level, so that we've got a 2-high piping system going around. So I can have pipes flowing around the building. Looks like that is going to be good, because we can go around the outside this way. Yeah. Another cool function that this has is shift right clicking destroys the blocks really quick as well. So you can pick them up instead of having to mine them. And that's pretty cool. I like that. Let's see. So we can take the blocks really fast like that. I'm going to need to put this in here, and then put this underneath there like so, and then I should be able to just reassemble it like so, all around me, up in the air there. And that's quite a good start. It's in this room here. That's quite a good start. And I should be able to then take the floor down to this level. Let's see. If I bring this in as an underside like this, yeah, and have stairs upside down stairs like that in each room, then that's going to be good. Let's get some more of those stairs out, as many as we got for now, right? So, the design wise, we're going to lock it into the room above the rooms like this, so no one will see. It's not going to be a visible thing. It's going to be up there on a flat area. So we're just going to have some of these as well. And we'll just put a load of these in like this. Oh, didn't want to do it like that, did I? There we go. And have these so that we've got a lot of cover for that one ceiling section. Now I've got to remember to make sure that I light it up here, because last time we had problems up here, there was lots of things running around. I can make this now 3 high, which means that I can still put the piping up at the ceiling level and run pipes down. So at all points this was now going to go across like so. And then I'm going to bring the pipe work down like between these walls here. So we'll end up with something like this. Actually, let's make it one back. So in this kind of section, this would be another room almost. So we'd have another room at the end of the corridor. This is a main corridor actually. This is a room. Oh, okay. So I might need to go down these corridors here and have this section. So at these points where we've got these columns running through, we've got these columns running through the different house areas. These columns can mark where the piping runs down from one level to the next. Well, that wire comes all the way down here, and it's working its way up from these pillars. So there's these pillars running through the whole structure from up there all the way through down here, and at some point here it's needing to have more pillar. So I should be able to line this up like so and build a pillar here, and that might look okay in the grand scheme of how it looks down here. Having a pillar just there and another pillar on the other side might actually look pretty good. So I feel like that's going to be a thing. So we're going to bring this down here and onto that. Then it's going to go all the way down here. All the way down here to this level where this is my mine. However, that doesn't look right, does it? It doesn't look like coming into this section here. So I think I'm going to need to bring it in from above. Like the floor above this. Maybe just so that I got space above here. So let's go a couple of blocks up from here. Let's go at least 3 and see what that looks like up here. I got to dig it out carefully because obviously I don't want to mess it all up inside. There's the top of the storage drawers. Okay, there's the top of the storage drawers. So we kind of got it okay here. Good. Now if I activate this, I should be able to go around it like so. It's chopping that wood up as well. Of course it is. So maybe 1 block higher would be a better result for me. Let's go up this way. Just take these out like that. 1 block higher. That way I can drop things down into this section. And then I can drop things down into there as and when I need it. So I can drop the power into that from over here. So, filling in blocks when you're done. Alright, so I've dug out around the outside edge up here so that I can start working on this section. Now the chances are that I'll probably fill in across here as well, but for right now it just made sense to leave these sections open for me to get in and out quickly. So I can see that there's no problems there, and then just get in and out here. I'll probably actually put some kind of trapdoor in above each one of these so I can get up into these sections. I don't know if I actually need this area for anything. I might need this area for more complicated processing and things that the machines will do behind the scenes, as it were. But anyway, yeah, the power's going down to those machines now. So I should be able to show you inside here. Let's put those away. The pulverizer and the induction smelter, igneous extruder and redstone furnace should all be accepting power. But they are not unless the power is coming down from the solar panel. And that might need a few batteries on the way, a few areas on the way, because it's going to take a long time to travel. Plus, it's not exactly the best type of cable running through. But we are running a cable all the way through down here. We've got all this covered in so you can't see where the cables are. It's all hidden nicely. That's good. It's about to go night. This solar panel should be producing. We need to get into this way then. We can get into it through this way. Up here. There's an open here. Here we go. And all I have to do now is just connect it up and I'm one short. Typical. How typical is that? One short. Leadstone. Did I put any extras in there? No, but I did cook enough glass. So I should be able to get another one quickly. This isn't the final design. I'm going to have to rewire the rewire. But at least this is taking power from here through the cables, all the way down through the cables into the processing downstairs in the mine. Solar panels processing things in the mine shaft. Wow. If I can remember how to get down there now. It would be quicker if I had places that I could just wander straight in, couldn't it? Like teleporters, beacons, beams and things that I can teleport to. Right, so this should now all be working again. Yeah, it's powered up quickly. That's powered up quickly. That's powered up quickly. That's powered up quickly, yeah. Alright, so now I can just turn this back on and get the induction smelter up and running again. And that will smelt and pulverize ingots constantly, making 25% chance of getting some of this good stuff over here. And of course then, that good stuff can turn easily into clay. There are potentially auto-crafting methods though that I want to employ as well, pulling it out of there and auto-crafting it somewhere into clay. But I'm not sure that I've got all the ingredients that I need down here right now. So I better get upstairs and start working on some more. We need clay. We need lots of clay. I need abundance of clay for the Embers mod. And I need a load more diamonds for the solar panels on the roof. And I need a load more wood to do the solar panels power coming down through the whole system. And I need more power ducts and things. It's going to be awesome though when it's all done. It's going to be epic. A great big house full of interesting and wonderful things. I hope you enjoy. I hope you'll join me in the next episode. I shall be continuing in another day, another episode coming soon. Thank you very much for watching and goodbye.